Greetings to the examiner. Hi and Assalamualaikum. I am SITI NURFAKHIRAH binti Abdullah and my supervisor is Dr. NAPISAH HUSSIN. So today I will be presenting my systematic review, which is association between cooking methods and risk of cancer. So the highlight for today is introduction, rationale, objective, literature review, methods, and the main point for today is the results. First is introduction. Cancer is the second leading cause of death in the world, while in Malaysia, cancer is in the fifth place. And the causes can be divided into two categories, which are non-modifiable and modifiable risk factors. Cooking methods falls under modifiable risk factors. So different cooking techniques can produce different carcinogenic compounds, and these compounds may increase the risk of cancer. The rationale. A lot of studies have been published regarding the relationship between cooking methods and risk of cancer. However, to date, a comprehensive understanding concerning these issues are still lacking. This review aims to provide constructive information to the community regarding the knowledge on how cooking techniques can alter the risk of getting cancer. Besides, it is also hoped that this review can increase awareness among the public so that they can practicing the right and healthy cooking methods. The objective is to analyze the association between different types of cooking methods and the risk of cancer among adults population. So next is literature review. My literature review is divided into four. The first one is cancer all over the world. Second is modifiable and non-modifiable risk factor of cancers. Third is methods of cooking, and fourth is the cooking mechanism and production of carcinogenic compound. So for methods, the first one is eligibility criteria. Inclusion criteria is participants above 18 years old. Intervention is different types of cooking methods. Outcome measure is cancer risk, and study design is prospective cohort and case control studies. For exclusion is any systematic review or any type of review, diseases other than cancer, animal study, and duplicate articles. The information sources. Databases that were used in this study were Scopus and PubMed. The search strategy, as you can see, these are all the keywords that I used during the article searching. And fourth is study selection. Article searching were conducted using Scopus and PubMed, and duplicate articles were excluded. So the full text of the study was reviewed on the basis of the title and abstract. So articles that not match to the eligibility criteria were excluded and quality assessment were conducted. The data collection process. Two researchers independently select articles that were relevant to the topic, and one review author will extract the data and the second review author check the extracted data. So any disagreement between the two researchers will be settled via meeting or consensus. So the data items are shown at table 1, and the tools that were used for quality assessment is Newcastle Ottawa Quality Assessment Scale. We move on to the main part for today, which is the results. So as you can see here, record identified through database searching is altogether 982 articles, which 921 are from PubMed and 61 are from Scopus. The additional record identified is 193 articles. So what's remained after duplicates were removed is 1096 articles. So these articles were screened, and excluded is 999 articles on the basis of titles and abstract, and reviews, meta-analysis, in vitro or animal studies and intervention studies were also excluded. So remaining articles is 97 articles. And 61 articles are further excluded because not reported on types of cooking methods, 49 articles, outcome do not measure the risk of cancer, 8 articles, and mention other diseases than cancer is 4 articles. So what's remaining after all the process is 35 final articles. So as 35 final articles were remaining, it is divided into two study design, which are prospective cohort study and case control study. Out of 35 final articles, 12 articles are using prospective cohort study design, which account for 34.3%, and 23 articles are using case control study design, which accounts for 65.7%. So as you can see here, there are 17 types of cancer altogether in the result of my systematic review. out of 35 articles, 34 of it reported on only one type of cancer and is subdivided into its subtype. However, one article, which is by Dimaso, it's reported on 13 different types of cancer. So, out of 35 cancer, 27 articles reported a significant association between cooking methods and risk of cancer that account for 77.1%, and 8 articles reported as non-significant association that account for 22.9%. So, out of 17 types of cancer, 9 of it show a significant association, which account for 52.9%, and the other 8 have no significant association that account for 47.1%. So, this is my table of evidence and the main characteristic of studies included. So, the row inside the table were divided into 17 cancer types, and for each type, it is further divided into 2 study designs. So I will be explaining one by one the data items that were extracted from all 35 studies. So the first one is here, which are from 2010 to 2020, and the country is 14 countries altogether. The age range is adult above 18 years old. The value of HROR and RR were based on the highest tertile. The p-value of less than 0.05 is considered as significant, and more than 0.05 is considered as non-significant. And the confounding factors adjusted is the factors that were adjusted for each model. So, the dietary intake assessment and identification tools, all tools altogether is 11 tools, and the database is 4 databases. And my main finding is the cooking methods and characteristics, and there are 15 types of cooking methods and 5 doneness level altogether, which are rare, medium done, well done, very well done, and charred. As mentioned earlier, there are 9 types of cancer showed a significant association with cooking methods, and I will be explaining one by one. The first one is association between cooking methods and risk of colon, rectal, and colorectal cancer. There are 7 articles altogether, and 6 of it reported a significant positive association, and 3 of it reported a significant inverse association. And as you can see, there are the same articles but reported on different outcome results. For example, is the article number 2. And as you can see, the article number 2 here is using the pan frying cooking methods, and these cooking methods would give a significant positive results, which means that pan frying will increase the risk of getting colon, rectal, and colorectal cancer, while barbecuing cooking methods would give a significant inverse association, which means that it will reduce the risk of getting that particular cancer. So this means that different cooking methods may give a different outcome, either increased risk or reduced risk of getting that particular cancer. So second is pancreatic cancer. There are 4 articles altogether, and all 4 of it reported a significant positive association, while 1 of it reported a significant inverse association. The third one is prostate cancer. There are 6 articles altogether, and the 6th article of it reported a significant positive association, and 2 of it reported a significant inverse association. The fourth is breast cancer. There are 3 articles altogether, and all 3 reported a significant positive association. The fifth is esophageal squamous cell carcinoma. There are also 3 articles, and all 3 reported a significant positive association. The 6th one is bladder cancer. There are only 2 articles, and both reported a significant positive association. Lung cancer, also there are 2 articles, and both reported a significant positive association. The 8th one is renal cell carcinoma. There is only 1 article, but different cooking methods would give a different result. For barbecuing and cooking methods would give a significant positive association, while broiling would give a significant inverse association. And the last one is oral cavity and pharynx cancer. There are only one article and it reported a significant positive association. For study quality assessment, according to Newcastle Ottawa scale, out of 35 studies, 17 papers are classified as good, that account for 48.6%, and 18 papers classified as fair, that account for 51.4%. So for each study design, out of 12 prospective cohort, 11 papers are classified as good, that account for 91.7%, and 1 paper classified as fair, that account for 8.3%. And for case control studies, 6 papers classified as good account for 26.1%, and 17 papers classified as fair, that account for 73.9%. And the threshold for converting the amount of stars to the quality, either good, fair, and poor, is based on the articles by Sharmin et al. So this is my references. And thank you.